In a world where beloved intellectual properties are forced to be alone and kept separate from one another against their will, two men intend to break them free of this oppressive regime and bring these franchises together through the medium of crossover fanfiction. This is Crossover Quest!
Hello, welcome to Crossover Quest with William and Ali.
That's me.
Got that done. Thanks for that. So welcome again, and today we're doing Mass Effect and Murder She Wrote. Just going to get out of the way.
Oh wow, yeah,
because I only learnt this 5 seconds ago. Ali just told me.
I was expecting a whole, even though I just told you 5 seconds ago, I was still expecting to kind of go through it all again, just because you tend to forget.
I know, I forget all the time.
That.
I'm trying to say it. Mass Effect, Murder She Wrote. Mass Effect, Murder She Wrote. I'm saying it in my head, but whilst Ali speaks, and hopefully I'll remember it.
Well, usually this is the part of the show where I tell you and the listeners what franchises we're doing. Mass Effect and Murder She Wrote. So got out of the way.
I ruined that for you. So
you did ruin that for me. So we'll just go straight on to where I asked Willie what he thought of those guys. So yeah, what do you think of Mass Effect and Murder She Wrote? Anyone you want first?
The show's not been badly edited. I am actually just going to say this first, but in case you've never listened before, this is me and Ali, and we're going to combine two different franchises and make a story. We should probably say that every week.
It's crossover fan fiction. We write it and then we read it, and then we record that, and then we upload that onto the internet.
Yeah, and then you can listen to it. So, what do I think of Mass Effect and Murder She Wrote? Well, Mass Effect, of course, being a very popular video game series from last generation that still exists, I believe, and getting a new one made. It's very science fiction-y. It's very texty, adventure-y, lots of talking to people, lots of RPG stuff, lots of shooty stuff. And there was 3 of them, and the first one was really good, and the second one was really good, and the third one was just good, I guess.
I didn't play the third one, actually.
Oh.
I tried to play it a couple of times, the frame rate was so low.
Yeah.
I just couldn't be bothered with
Yeah,
it.
it did run like shit. But it's really epic space opera in space.
I mean, the second one is so much fun, it's a great game, but I think I prefer the first one.
Like we always say, the first one's classier because it's introduced all these
yeah.
great ideas, but the second one is like a perfect game.
The second one's really good.
It's really good.
Yeah, I keep forgetting how good Mass Effect 1 and 2 are, they're really good.
Tell people what it's about.
Oh, it's spaceships! And you're in space and you're Commander Shepard, boy or girl, and you are there's aliens and they're doing stuff.
There's lots of alien races. And
there's another alien race.
Very political,
and it's robots, and it's going to kill everyone.
Bad guys from another galaxy.
And I'm just trying to remember this as I go.
Eat the whole universe, and that story continues right through all the stories.
Yeah, and it's diplomatic because all the other aliens are we're
a lot of racism and politics.
Yeah, and you talk, and then the decisions you make
what else is in this game that was noteworthy?
Decisions.
Sex
with
sex
you
with
can
each
have
other.
sex with your crew members.
Everyone. He's sex with everyone. I tried so hard to have sex with the ship's computer.
The ship's computer.
Yeah.
Oh right, the woman that's.
Well, it was voiced by fucking Caprica 6, man. Who wouldn't?
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, I think she was in the second or third one. But yeah, the computer. Yeah, it's really good. Shooty, RPG, sci-fi, decisions, sex, excitement.
Robots.
Takes itself quite seriously.
Yeah.
Not played for laughs.
It's classy, but in a cheesy way.
Yeah, it's really, really good game.
Kind of 80s vibe.
Really fucking good.
Speaking of 80s vibes.
80s vibes, yeah.
Murder She Wrote.
Ooh, she gives off an 80s vibe, doesn't
Yeah.
she? No matter what she does. Even in Bedknobs and Broomsticks was made in the 60s, she gives off an 80s vibe.
She was 5 in that.
Yeah, I know.
She was a little girl.
Been playing an old woman since the child actress days.
Yeah.
Really weird. Yeah, what about it?
Do you like it?
Murder She Wrote?
Yeah.
Actually, where I work, let's just say, it's on reasonably quite often now that a lot of the people there have multiple TV channels in their rooms. So, yeah, I see Murder She Wrote, still see it to this day. I saw an episode the other day that had... Oh, now I've lost who it was, but it was... Oh, Billy Connolly.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, which is fucking weird.
Weird.
Yeah, so, yeah. It's about a woman, Jessica Fletcher, played by...
Angela Lansbury.
Angela Lansbury, that's right, from Bedknobs and Broomsticks fame, who... It's like a daytime drama, like Diagnosis Murder. They were all ripped off as
How come they never made a crossover? It was called Diagnosis M for Murder.
Dialysis M for Murder would be better, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because dialysis for murder, dialysis, and that sort of like Diagnosis.
Dial M for murder as well, so we've got some of that in there as well.
Yeah, totally.
It's a triple threat. So
that'll be another one. We'll do that crossover.
I mean, I couldn't tell you what I know about it was on when I was a kid.
Well, she always goes to a different town, usually for a book signing or to meet a publisher or to give a talk at a school or university. And then but she stays with friends. She's an older lady, but she's mobile. She gets about the place. And
she usually takes part in activity each place, doesn't she?
Yeah, and she'll stay with friends.
Do fencing,
a dinner party. No, you're thinking of like James Bond or something.
No, she would go to a class. Or she would
fencing class?
like she would do some fencing class.
Or she would
do like virtual reality and check that out.
You read my story, by the way, before we did it. Did you sneak a peek?
Well, you got some fencing in there.
I'm not going to say. It's like Schrodinger's fencing. You won't know.
Schrodinger's activity.
Schroeder's fencing. You won't know until the story starts, I guess. But yeah, but we haven't even talked about the actual premise. Is that she's middle class, she'd stay with friends, she'd go to a dinner party, she'd meet some old friends, she's been all around the country so many times.
She was a murder mystery writer.
Yeah, murder mystery writer, very well known authoress.
Author, just author. It's just author.
It's just author.
Yeah, you can call him author.
I feel like she should less
or lady author.
I feel like she'd be less an author, though. Authoress. Lady author. Yeah. She's a lady author who travels around, she's a bachelorette. I'm allowed to say that one, that was okay. Bachelor doesn't work. Not married and shit. But occasionally she meets ex-husbands, so she has been around, book tours for years, and every town she goes to, there'd be a murder.
Yeah.
So, and it's usually someone she knows, and she solves the fucking murders every time, every week she solves a murder. It's like that show Castle, or the pilot of Castle.
It's very like Castle.
Well, the pilot of Castle.
Oh yeah, because why?
The pilot of Castle is really good. It's like a fucking long game of spiders and everything.
Oh, is it?
Probably a good serial killer movie. And then the rest of it's just Monster of the Week. This was just like Mystery of the Week.
Yeah. You get the drill. You know what it fucking is. We have to tell you what it is.
I'll say this about Murder, She Wrote. Yeah, I'll say this about Murder, She Wrote. I could happily sit and watch an episode of it. Like,
really?
I mean, if it was for like an experiment or something, or a dare.
I've tried. Well, I haven't tried since I was.
Do you want to do that?
Boy.
Like, just
I don't really.
No, just do it at some point over next week. Try to get through a whole one and tell people next week what you thought of it. That's a little extra thing for the viewers next week.
Yeah. Fucking.
He's going to do it, guys. I mean,
are you going to do it?
Well, I'll catch one at work.
We're making it it's like we're going to jump off something really high.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. I'll do it if you do it.
Oh, I don't know if I can do it, man. I don't know if I can do it. No, it's actually not that terrible. She's quite likeable, Angela.
Yeah, she is quite likeable, yeah.
She's very unthreatening. It's a well-known show as well. There's another famous thing about it is the fact that it got cancelled despite it was pulling in like 25 million viewers every week. But they were all exclusively very elderly people who advertisers can't advertise to. So it was like the highest rated show ever to be cancelled, like against the wishes of the writers. It's quite
well
known for that. Yeah. So yeah, we're going to somehow, through witchcraft, combine Mass Effect and Murder, She Wrote
into a couple of stories.
I recently found out.
So, you ready for my story this week? This week's my story?
Oh yeah, I am. Probably talking to the viewers there, the listeners, the readers.
It's kind of talking to collective.
If you're going to sit there and wait for the listeners to respond, if you upload it now, they might just tweet an answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready to listen to your story.
Well, it's just to say quickly that these two franchises, Mass Effect and Murder, She Wrote.
You're not saying it very quickly.
Sorry, what do you mean?
You're not saying it very quickly.
I thought you were
just going to say it really quickly, like quick words, but
why?
You just want to squeeze it in before you start.
Oh, I see.
You said it say it quickly.
Right, I see. I'm just going to
say it at normal speed. Say it at a steady pace.
Yeah, I'm just going to say it at normal speed.
At a medium pace.
I'm just going to say it at a medium pace. The franchises this week, Mass Effect and Murder, She Wrote, were suggested by our good friend James Archibald.
Hey, James Archibald.
So if you've got a suggestion, stick it up somewhere, give us it somewhere.
Write it on a tree, some shit.
We'll find it.
Yeah, we'll find it. That joke earlier I made.
Which one?
I've actually forgotten what it was. I'm just referencing a joke I just made and I've forgotten.
Do the reference, we'll remember the joke afterwards.
Well, you were saying something a second ago.
Too fast, normal pace?
Yeah, medium pace. That's an Adam Sandler reference for some 5 or 6 people out there.
Are you giving out Adam Sandler references?
Well, I'm just saying, that's a song he did on Saturday Night Live.
I know, but is it like, are you doing that? Is that something you've actively been doing this whole time?
Get my guitar, go and grab my guitar. I'm going to do it right
now. Okay, here's my story. It is called Mass Effect and Murder, She Wrote. The crew of a spaceship Normandy grabbed onto whatever they could as the old girl thundered through an asteroid field. They were on their way back from a perilous mission in the Insect Quadrant, which is just a name, by the way. It's actually a lovely little galaxy to sack, made up of beautiful little green planets. They are mainly a galactic tourism hotspot, which attracts holidaymakers from all around the unive.
Is it lush greens, nice
hills? Beautiful.
Well, there will be insects then.
Well,
if it's grass, there'll be in the grass, just the same as we have.
Yeah.
Probably not enough to call it insect.
Yeah.
But there's probably still billions of insects there. If you're terrified of insects, you don't want to go there.
Well, no more than anywhere else.
No, but I mean, if you're terrified of insects to the point where you can only stay in a hermetically sealed cube and nothing else.
Yeah, well, don't go there.
Travelling as hard as it
anywhere,
is.
Don't go anywhere. Don't leave your hermetically
Well,
sealed
but if
cube.
you go on a spaceship, you can look around and not see insects. But if you get down in the grass on a grassy knoll, you'll see insects.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, terrifying.
Anyway, it has all these wonderful little vineyards and cottages dotted all around. It's
Definitely
more romantic
insects.
than Paris by light years. The inhabitants of this quadrant are these little, quaint, gelatinous people, but they're not at all scary. It really is a wonderful place. Good God, these asteroids will be the death of us all, cried Garrus, the sniper rifle-slinging Turian badass, and right after we had to deal with all those insects in the insect quadrant. So many insects! Oh yeah, there are also loads of insects in the insect quadrant. And that's why it's called that. The place is loaded with them. If you try to go outside, you can't because there's so many insects. It's like you're snowed in. There's that many of them.
That's way more than I suggested earlier.
Yeah.
I thought just like a normal Earth level.
Yeah, you open the door, it's just insects, like a block of insects.
It deserves its title now, then.
Yeah, that's why it's called that.
Yeah. If you're scared of insects, you definitely don't want to go there now.
Yeah. I don't know if I can navigate my way through this, cried Joker, the ship's pilot. What's all the commotion? It's past all your bedtimes! Commander Fletcher, what are you doing out of your cryopod? Asked Garrus. You know you shouldn't leave it in between book signings. It's 11 o'clock at night, far past all your bedtimes. Off to bed with you now, replied Commander Fletcher.
Is there an 11 o'clock at night when you're in a spaceship? I always wondered that.
Well, the clocks don't magically
But
change.
since you leave the planet, the time
Well, you
is...
got your body clock, you know?
Yeah.
It's 11 o'clock at night for me because I got up at 9 a.m.
But she's just got out of stasis. What does she know about body clock?
She's still got a clock in her body, or what? So
Does she want to get up and make them all go to bed so she can stay up and be by herself?
I guess just doesn't like them being up.
She wants to have a wank, is what she wants to do. Clear the decks. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm probably spoiling your story. If I know anything about the way you write your stories, Jessica Fletcher's going to have a wank right now, I know it. A lady wank, sorry. It has to be less. It has to be less than a full-on male wank. It's a lady wank.
Off to bed with you all now, replied Commander Fletcher, best-selling sci-fi murder mystery author who solved real murder mysteries between her writing commitments. Commander, we've gone right into an asteroid field, said a panicked Joker as the ship shook and groaned. I won't have any of your excuses now. Come on, off to bed, insisted Commander Fletcher as she hurried them out the door and towards the sleeping quadrants. Please, Commander, pleaded Garrus, as the now unpiloted Normandy hurtled into the heart of the asteroid field. You're dooming us all! Commander Fletcher stubbornly saw them to their rooms, locked them in, and went back to her cryopod. She could be tough when she needed to be, but Jessica Fletcher was as warm a commander as you could have, and her crew loved her. As she set her cryopod to Freezy Pete, one of the higher settings, she knew that she'd cryo-sleep well in the knowledge that Garrus and the rest of her crew were putting on the pyjamas she'd knitted them, saying their prayers, brushing their teeth, doing their pee-pees, and going off to bed nicely. The next morning, Commander Fletcher opened the door to the sleeping quadrant, and right enough, there was her crew all tucked up in their beds nicely. She went up to them one by one and woke them gently, stroking their hair and singing softly to them about the promise this new day has.
How does she get anything done?
She spent a little extra time on Liara, because stroking her sexy short blue Asari head tentacles felt weird. Not good, but not bad. But you can't stop touching them?
Yeah, I
can
get that. I fancy the Asari.
They had arrived at the Citadel for a book signing. Commander Fletcher's latest novel, Sally Big Tits and the Mystery of the Dirty Finger, was a galactic triumph, selling out at every laser bookstore, quantum book fair, and really newsagent.
Shut up.
The crew stepped out of the Normandy and made their way into the heart of the Citadel, where the Council of Aliens basically ran everything in the galaxy. They were approached by Citadel security. Commander Fletcher, you've been requested by the Council of Aliens. We have orders to escort you to them right away, said one of the guards. Oh my, well it better not take too long. I have a book signing at 4 and I can't spend too long outside my cryopod.
That voice, Ali.
That's what she sounds like.
Yeah, that's like a man, though.
I'm a man, I can't help it.
Yeah, you're right.
The guards led her to the council chambers. Commander Fletcher, we appreciate that you're a busy woman and we're terribly sorry to pull you away from your book signing, but we have grave news, said the Asari councillor solemnly. Your friend David Anderson is dead, interrupted the Krogan councillor. Haha, you big blue bitch, I got in the... You could tell her. Is this true? Cried Commander Fletcher. I'm afraid it is, confirmed the Asari. Commander Fletcher stood in shocked silence. The important thing is that I ruined the Asari councillor's delicate way of breaking the news to you, said the Krogan sympathetically. Are you okay, Commander? Asked Liara. David was more than a friend. He was my lover, said Commander Fletcher. Garrus gave her a look. Don't give me that look, Gary. I'm a sexual being. My dried-up old hole itches like anybody else's. Garrus gave her a different look. I swear, I'll detect whoever it was that murdered my little meat muffin Davy. Oh, it wasn't murder, said the Asari counsellor. He fell down a flight of stairs. I don't believe it. David would never use stairs. I smell foul play. Commander Fletcher and her crew made... Sorry?
You really haven't seen the show, have you? She's not that in your face.
Commander Fletcher... She's like a little bit of...
I suppose it's in space, everything's different.
What's the fucking natural guy called in Mass Effect? Commander...
Shepherd, yeah,
Shepherd.
okay.
A little bit of Shepherd in there.
Maybe you got the red option and the white option.
Yeah. Commander Fletcher and her crew may have come to the Citadel to sign a few books, but now they had a new purpose. A mystery to solve. The crew jumped in the nearest Citadel bus and headed off towards David Anderson's home. Commander Fletcher noticed that Gareth looked sad. What's the matter, Gary? She asked. Oh, nothing. I just never realised you and David were romantically involved, and I'm sad you won't get to see him anymore. Jessica wrote something on a piece of paper and handed it to Gareth. He carefully unfolded it and looked at what she'd written. It simply read, murder. Gareth smiled. That joke never failed to cheer him up. Murder, she wrote.
Yeah, I get it. I knew it was gonna happen.
At some point, yeah. But you got that in your story too, yeah?
No, I'm not gonna say.
Once they arrived, Commander
Schrodinger's note. Is it Schrodinger or Schroeder?
Schrodinger.
Schrodinger's note. There you go.
Once they arrived, Commander Fletcher got right into investigating. She investigated every nook and cranny. The cupboards? Investigated. Under the fridge? Investigated. David's old spunky bed? Investigated. Aren't you going to investigate the stairs? Asked Liara. I mean, the council said he died falling down them. That's the only lead we really have. I don't even have to check the stairs. I know David wouldn't use them, said Commander Fletcher sternly. I don't know why she's like English or something.
Well, she's an English actress.
But she's like, she's kind of got a posh voice, hasn't she?
She's got a posh American voice. Like
yeah.
A Connecticut voice.
Wait, Commander, I think I found a clue, cried Gareth. Look there on the floor, next to your shoe. And that rhymed, so you knew it was a real clue. Would you be a dear and pick it up for me? She asked. I'm too old to be bending over. As Gareth bent over to pick it up, his hand in an inside-out plastic bag like he'd seen on TV, his back was killing him. He had back problems since a young age, but he couldn't say anything as it might jeopardise his military career. And he couldn't very well tell as a 187-year-old commander to pick it up herself. Her back must have been proper fucked by now. Regardless, he mustered all of his determination and endured the pain. This is a handsome table, said Liara, patting a sturdy antique table. Oh yes, it's quite beautiful, isn't it? David and I got this in the antiquity sector last summer, and I don't mind telling you that he bent me over this guy a fair few times. The two women laughed. Oh, our sex life was quite adventurous. As I said, he bent me over this table. He bent me over this sideboard. He bent me over this hyperdrive modem server. That man loved to bend me over things. Forwards, backwards, it didn't matter. My back could be contorted all up, but it's okay because my back is as sturdy as a Krogan's member. Jessica and Liara laughed again. As Gareth struggled to pick up the clue, his back strained with intense pain, a single tear ran down his rough sandpaper/cardboard face. He handed the clue to Jessica, but she had now spent the requisite amount of time speaking to Liara, and Liara had asked to see her in the other room. Gareth stood around the murder scene for a while. He wasn't much of a detective himself, but he thoroughly enjoyed watching Commander Fletcher crack a case. He looked down at the clue. He couldn't make heads or tails of it. Suddenly he realised Commander Fletcher had been out of a cryopod for well over 6 hours. He rushed to the room her and Liara were in. Commander, he called as he burst through the door. You've been, Oh, Gary, what's that? Said Jessica as her naked, lubed-up, wrinkled old body slipped and slided all over Liara's smooth, blue, naked body in the middle of the floor. Commander, what are you doing? I'm just trying out a new stair lift. No, you're having full-blown lesbian sex with Liara. I am? I thought the stair lift felt a bit more... Sorry. I thought that stair lift felt a bit more fingery than the other ones. Liara, what were you thinking? Demanded Gareth. She seemed into it a minute ago. I don't know where all the stair lift stuff came from. She's been out of her cryopod too long. She's starting to get age madness. We need to get her back into her pod right away. Gareth and Liara began helping the commander out of the room. No, she cried determinedly as they dragged her out. I can do this. But Commander, protested Gareth, when Sally Big Tits had to solve the riddle of the mummy's curse and Sally Big Tits and the treasure of Space Blaster Cove, did she give up and go back to her cryopod? No, she solved that riddle and then she got her big tits out for all the townsfolk of Space Blaster Cove. It's just good sci-fi writing. So if I have to find some convoluted way to have a lesbian sex scene before the climax of the story, then so be it. Now pass me that clue. Garrus passed her the clue, and they all moved on from that lesbian sex scene. It's a key, said Jessica as she inspected it.
She's so fucking funny, man, your version of Jessica.
It must lead somewhere. Everyone, look for a locked door. They eventually found the door and headed in. It led to a big, secret, futuristic, to us but not to them, laboratory. There was some kind of apparatus of lights and tubes and stuff in the middle of the lab. David Anderson must have been trying to invent some kind of interdimensional portal, said Garrus. There was a huge lit-up sign above the apparatus that read, Big Dave's super secret interdimensional portal. Again, I probably should have mentioned that. Let me do some detective work, said Jessica, as she pulled out a striped wand with a small typewriter-shaped ruby at the end of it from behind her back. She held the wand above her head as the theme tune from Murder, She Wrote, but with cute Japanese vocals played. Bright, colourful lights filled the room as her dowdy old spacesuit was engulfed in magical light and transformed into a shiny, beautiful shirt and cardigan combo. Jessica pulled a sexy pose and winked at the camera. Let's look at the surveillance tapes, she said. Commander Fletcher and her crew sat around the 22-inch widescreen CRT monitor at the surveillance station. She inserted the tape of the day David died and pressed play. They watched as he was messing around with his interdimensional portal a bit. Then he went and got a sandwich, ate it, went back to the portal, stuck the TV on for a bit, had a wank. Then he walked over to the bottom of the stairs and stared up them. You know what? Today is the day I finally give stairs a go, he could be heard saying. I can't believe it. It was the stairs after all. I don't think I can watch, said Jessica as she looked away. On the tape, David was lifting his leg to step on the first step. So I just put my foot down here, do I? I'm not sure. I think I'll just go and look up how to do it on YouTube. He turned away from the stairs, but just at that moment, Samantha from Sex and the City jumped out of the portal, smothered David with the rancid tomb she called her vagina, had violent sex with his body in such a way that it was left looking exactly like he had died falling down the stairs, and jumped back into the portal. And then the portal exploded and switched off. So I guess that's how he died, said Jessica's magical cat companion, Mr. Murder. Then he threw up the peace sign to the camera, and everyone laughed as the Murder, She Wrote theme with the cute Japanese vocals played, and the credits rolled. The end.
What happened at the end?
What do you mean?
The cat, is that the first time we meet the cat?
Yeah, because she was Sailor Moon, basically.
So fucking stupid. Woo! That was a ride. All your characters are very highly sexed, Ali.
Yeah.
All your female characters are very highly sexed.
Not all of them. Liara wasn't. She didn't have sex with kind of
she was the one that was having sex with. Very entertaining, very funny. I like the way you went the opposite direction to what I'll be doing, because
that's interesting.
You've set her in space, which is cool. So yeah, that was really good. You actually captured Jessica Fletcher quite well. You get the idea she's an old crone.
Crone,
but warm at the same time. Warm and approachable.
So go on. What's your story about?
All right. Mine is called.
Have you forgotten the two things already?
No. Okay. Mine is called Murder, She Wrote. Mine is called Murder, She Wrote Visits the Planetarium.
Alright, okay.
So, Murder, She Wrote is in... No, that's not her name. Jessica Fletcher is... Sorry, okay, I've been told... I've had feedback from listeners and I have to do this properly, so... It was a cold night. It was a Thursday night. Wait, I'm setting the scene, Ali.
That's fine, I'm not complaining.
Car drives past. Oh wait, where are we for the car to drive past? We were up in the sky in a plane.
That's your point, yeah.
Jessica Fletcher's in a plane to Oregon.
Does the car still fly past?
Yeah, car flies past. She's like, "The fuck is that shit? Oh, someone would explain this shit to me." Sorry, got a dry order. Oh, what the fuck is that shit? Oh no, what? I didn't plan to do a voice, but I'm gonna do one. Damn it! Oh, what the fuck? Okay, I guy's in the lab when I'm corpsing, you motherfucker. Oh, what the fuck is that? That car! There's a car driving past. That's what you do. You make your voice a little bit high pitched, and you sound like you're a ghost. There's a car driving past.
Is she a ghost?
We're not at that stage of the story yet. So there's going to be a lot more narrator than there is Jessica Fletcher in the story. Jessica Fletcher's in the plane to Connecticut. Did I say Connecticut? I said Oregon, I think, before. Oregon, that is an American place. Fucking Nebraska. No, Nebraska doesn't have a planetarium. So she's on a plane in New York, right? And car drives past, and she's initially perturbed by this. She looks around. No one else is really paying attention. They're all too busy with their iPads and their Kindles and their mobile phones and their Game Boy Advances and 3DSs and PSPs and PS Vitas. The point I'm making is absolutely no one was looking out the window. They're all engaged in other things. There's even like a 1-year-old baby that was like on an iPad, but actively saying to his mother, "I wish I had a Vita. This is shit." 1-year-old kid. But throughout all that interchange, he never looked out the window. And Jessica Fletcher's like, "It's so sad about children these days. Never looking out of windows. Always looking through Microsoft windows."
That's my favourite joke ever.
I'm going to get hard to do this. When they should be looking out the windows of life. Although I fucking wish I hadn't now, because I'm questioning my own sanity after seeing the car drive past. It must have just been a bird. A large bird, a red large bird with an exhaust. People sitting in it who didn't seem remarkably confused about being in there. Never mind. So she went back to her Kindle, right? She didn't want people seeing her using a Kindle because she's an author, and they're supposed to carry up this pretense of not liking Kindles.
Okay.
But all authors use a Kindle because fucking hell, who fucking carries books around anymore? She was actually saying to the little kid, like that 1-year-old kid, they got pally because they were the only two people that were actually doing anything. Everyone else was literally glued to their iPads and Vitas and everything. There's like 4 Vitas in that place. It didn't sell that well. It's quite uncommon. She noted that too. She's a video game enthusiast. So her and the kid were talking about it, and you know what, I'll skip that bit because it's not going anywhere. So she's just plane's going to New York. We established that to the planetarium. She's going to be receiving an award for the thing she did with like the planets when she solved the mystery of the missing planet. So she did. She needs to get an award at the planetarium. This is the place where they have the awards. The planetarium, it's got Ben Stiller working at it.
Okay.
Or a guy that looks just like Ben Stiller, who's the actor Ben Stiller. And he's working there as like the night manager. So when she comes in for her presentation, like it's like 9 o'clock at night. They've had champagne beforehand, and she meets Jim Brimley, who's like an old college friend of hers, and they started out in journalism together, and they would go back years. They never had sex with each other.
Okay.
Sorry, Ali just held up a piece of paper saying, "Fuck's sake, tell me if they had sex or not." You're like that guy in Mallrats, like, "Well, did they come or what?" Nobody came, Ali. They're just friends. They're like studying about it. He's not her type. He's black. Anyway, can't prove anything. But anyway, I'm just going to say, I just want to say this for the record, and it might not even be true. She does not have sex with one black person in that entire series. Not once. Sure, she talks to some of them. She talks to them. Waiters, fucking mechanics. They never had actual jobs. This is probably not true. I'm pretty sure the mayor of New York's black in one of those episodes. He isn't my one. Mayor of New York.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's there giving her the award. He's the mayor of New York. He's like, he came in and he's really brash, this mayor. No, basically there's a night watchman.
Manager.
Fucking mayor of New York comes in, he's like, "You know what, motherfucker, if there's an award in my city, I'll be the one giving it. No one else giving awards. If there's an award, I'll give you the award, alright?" And they're like, he's really uncouth for a mayor. I mean, former rapper. I'm being more racist than her right now. He's just a normal black guy who likes to talk in a stereotypically black guy way.
Yeah.
Oh, snap! Jessica Fletcher!
Everyone's always kind of going to him like, "Can you tone that
Yeah,
down? It's
dude,
kind of offensive because I'm going to tell a story later on and people are going to say, you're offensive saying that."
Yeah, you're
about
making all the black people look bad. But he comes over to shake Jessica Fletcher's hand, and at that moment, she sort of gives a wee cough and then a gesture to say, "Oh, I've got a cold, don't want to give it to you."
Okay.
She wasn't coughing on the plane, man. That's all I'm going to say. In fact, she touched that little kid loads.
Was little kid black?
No, white
Oh,
kid.
right.
That's what she touched it loads, so she wasn't concerned about giving him germs. She might have caught the germs in the airport, but she slept all the way in the taxi from the airport to the venue.
So she would know.
She didn't just decide she had a
But
cough.
she might have woken up groggy and been like,
Oh, anyway, so there's a presentation and she's getting the award because the missing planet. The missing planet, it's like not a planet we know of, it's from another galaxy. But they have this like presentation all set up, like with waxworks of like what people on that planet would look like. There's a human being. then there's like Garrus, and there's like
A Garrus.
yeah, and there's like Groot. Yeah, there's Groot. Fuck it. And they haven't ever been there. They just guessed what they would look like. But she wins her award. She's really chuffed. She turns down the Black Mayor's advances. He is very sexually aggressive. At least that's what she told everyone who was like. No one actually witnessed it. I don't think he even spoke to her. But she told everyone he was very sexually aggressive. I'm not going to say that's true or not. I think she's nitpicking, to be honest. I think he was just being perfectly pleasant. All right, he does speak in an aggressive manner, but not a sexually aggressive manner. He says, "Oh snap" a lot. He says it in a woman's voice too. They go, "Oh snap!" And people go, "Dude, in the woman's voice it's worse. With the dress and the wig, it's worse." I mean, and Jesse Fletcher just looks down on him, but only because he's like 4'3" as well. Which is, you know what? He's like the funniest mayor of New York ever. 4'3" little black guy who's just throwing out stereotypes all the time. He ain't scared of no motherfucker. But if you're getting an award in New York, he will deliver.
Okay.
Seriously, like if the kids have a kid birthday party, the kid that wins pass the parcel, he'll storm to the door at last minute Secret Service, grab the parcel and go, no, I gave you the award. It's not technically an award though, it's just pass the parcel. It's like colouring in pens. Remember we used to get colouring in pens and pass the parcel. I was all quite happy with that gift, to be honest. Yeah. So they all go home because the ceremony's finished. And Ben Stiller's like, oh, I'm so happy to be working in the planetarium. I'm like, oh, it's not like these planets are going to come alive. That's not very likely. I'm away from that. For anyone who didn't see some films a while ago, I used to work in, like, he's talking to himself. The guy's been through a lot.
Right.
Alright, he's still a night watchman of a fucking museum thing. Keeps getting the same job. But he's walking about going, yeah, talking to himself. He thinks there's a monkey with him. There fucking isn't, or nothing. And he's like, I mean, I've seen some shit. I've seen dinosaurs come alive, and Triceratops come alive, fucking Vikings, Steve Coogan and shit. No one's ever been hurt, really. My relationship with my son is worse than ever, because fundamentally, if you watch these movies, I'm just a really shit dad, by the way. It's not that hard to hold down a normal job. It's not that fucking hard. But anyway, Mass Effect characters all come alive. Shepard comes up to him and sit in bed still. Like, whoa, I've been through this before. I'm not concerned. Who are you? What do you want? And Shepard sort of has this like circle of dialogue that comes up, and he has to think about. Someone has to select what he says, and Ben Stiller's like, "No, dude, I've got an Xbox. I've been through this too. Right? I'm going to do the red thing. Oh wait, that's bad." And Shepard shoots him. He says, "You're an infidel traitor. I'm a sentinel." And he shoots him, and Garrus is like, "You maybe should have shot him." And Shepard's like, "It's a red option. It was to shoot him this time." And sometimes I just throw them through a window, but there's no windows around. I shot him. It's like, and Garrus is like, "Okay, we're here. What we're going to do? Rex is here. There's Liara." Shepard's like, yeah, she is. He's like, dude, it doesn't sound right like that. I mean, if she said I'm here and you said, yeah, you are, I get down with that. But they said, yeah, she is. Like, wait, I know you're romantically involved. You're married. You've got children. Very attractive children. Garrus. In front of me? Sorry. I just mean, they're so young. I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything by it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it hard. I'm sorry. See, you always go so dark in your stories, man. I need to do a bit of that, alright? So, anyway, Jesse Fletcher comes back because she left a reward. Like, empty space.
Are you calling it a reward?
Her award.
Her award.
Empty space with a little podium. Everyone's gone home. Planets floating in the sky, and all the Mass Effect characters on one side, and she comes in to get her reward. Her award. She's like, "Oh, don't mind me. I left my reward here." Oh, that gentleman appears to be deceased. And Shepard's like, "Who are you, ma'am?" She's like, "Oh, I know you." No, sorry, I'm so used to saying that. Every time I meet a person, I just say, "I know you." I don't know you. You're very young, very handsome. Just pointing that out. Very what's the word? You're very white. You're a white man. Just observing. I'm a detective novelist, but I am a bit of a detective as well, and I'm just observing my surroundings. And you are totally white. Well, you're an alien. I'm not sure what you are. You're a big, scary alien, and you're a very sort of attractive blue alien. And I'm guessing you two are romantically involved because you're kissing and cuddling at the moment. Garrus goes, they always do that. They don't always just wait for like cutscenes and shit. They just kiss and cuddle. They'll have sex, but you won't really see anything. Oh, well, I am very good at observation. I'm sure I can see something. And they're all like, "Oh, you know what? This is where the story's going. You guys have sex. Let's see if she can actually see any penetration." So Jesse Fletcher's walking around the closer you get to them, the more polygonal they are, models of Liara. And, well, you seem to just be writhing on top of each other. the kissing is a bit ineffective. I'm falling for that. Liara, your groin area is completely covered in clothing still. I don't know how you would achieve purchase from that angle. I really don't understand it. Okay, well, the dead gentleman, he looks like an actor I am familiar with. Who killed him? I did. I killed him. Red option. I'm a badass Spectre. Oh. You are now talking about subjects I am not familiar with. I'm not intimidated as such. I just think I'll be taking my leave now. Because I've just been having sex with a 4'11" black midget. Because I'm not racist after all. Ha 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 ha. And she leaves and has sex with the midget. She wasn't racist after all. And Gareth goes, oh yeah, dude, not into your kids. Not into kids. And Shepard's like, cool man, still totally into blue aliens. He's like, with you, feeling you, bruv. That's how they talk now. Right, and then Rex goes, I'm not really in this much, am I? And Gareth goes, well, when William played Mass Effect 2, you weren't in that at all, because you died in Mass Effect 1. And Rex is kind of like, good point. And then this other one shows up, the other thing, because they made like 2 waxworks of it, but this one was like half finished. And he's like, my entrails! I'm in agony! And then Rex puts him out of his misery to be nice. Oh. And Shepard, after having sex with Liara, sort of contemplates like, was this a crossover really? I mean, was it? We met her. She just. It's like, I don't know, you got a very manly voice there, Liara. Just. Oh, thanks. Yeah, we met her, but like, was she all that? No, she was kind of shit. She knew a guy here, she got a reward, fucked the mayor. Let's just call it a day at that. Yep, the end.
So yeah, the one thing I noticed about your story was...
No fencing.
Yes,
I knew you were going that up.
Okay, what's your explanation for that then?
Oh, I need to explain it.
Yeah, well, yeah, you said there's going to be fencing, I got my hopes up.
Okay. Well, every piece of art has its way, but you make a great film and you film 4 hours of footage, but you have to release a 2-hour film. Didn't make the cut in the end.
But they don't usually... Oh, actually, yeah, if they do something, show you, like...
Trailers.
Yeah, with stuff that's been cut.
Do you ever Pepper Potts kissed Iron Man's helmet throughout the...
No, I didn't see the trailer for that.
Never happened. So. The Incredibles trailer is completely different to the movie.
No, it was a teaser trailer, though.
It's completely different to the movie. And also, importantly, I forgot.
Okay.
I forgot, alright?
Fair enough.
Give it back. Yeah. Still less sexually charged in your episode, and everyone had sex in mine, so you've got a problem.
Mine wasn't that sexually charged.
Kim Cattrall was in it.
Yeah, but barely.
I get AIDS listening to your stories, Ali.
Oh,
She's
man,
so bad.
That's rough.
Yeah, it's rough one.
That's the kind of thing that she would do in the story.
Fucking shit sticks around.
So I read you some stories there.
Yep, Ali read a story.
Next week we will be reading another story. I won't say we'll be reading a story.
The show doesn't really evolve, guys. This is all you get.
Yeah, pretty much. I'll tell you what the franchises are. Let's stop the pretense and just fucking tell you, alright? It's Hotline Miami. No, it's not. It is, but it's Home Alone and Hotline Miami.
It's something seemingly important. What order did they go in?
I don't know. I just want to say them differently every time.
Home Alone and Hotline Miami. Hotline Miami. Home Alone.
And that was
suggested.
better,
the first one, yeah.
That was suggested by James Lockhart, our brother. Another James. That's our brother.
Another person we actually know intimately.
Exactly. So we just go on Facebook or Twitter and suggest us some stuff because it's getting embarrassing at this point.
Well, no, it hasn't. We haven't actually uploaded any episodes in the series yet, so it hasn't had the chance to get embarrassing.
Fair point.
In fact, not a single person's heard us ask them to submit anything as yet.
No, they have because I did in the first series.
Oh, well, in that case, this is embarrassing, guys. Jesus, no one's listening to us. Come on. So, yeah, okay, Home Alone and Hotline Miami. Well, I know fuck all about Hotline Miami. I just know it's a video game, and that's literally all I know. And Home Alone, that's also a video game. So I'm set.
Yeah, you're from the NES. I know them both, so I'll be good. We'll get that next week to you guys.
Can we do any Home Alone 2 stuff? Because Donald Trump was in Home Alone 2, so I'd like to put him in my story.
You should.
And also Ali Sheedy, she was in that.
Was she?
It's really imperative that she goes in my story.
Who
Please make a Home Alone 2. No, better not.
I don't remember Home Alone 2 very well.
Two movies are vastly different. We can't Home Alone is a classic, by the way.
It's a good movie, yeah.
Yeah, it's a really fucking good movie.
But yeah, we'll talk about that.
The kid who played Biff, he's like 40 stone now.
I thought you were going to say he's like 40 years old now.
No, I saw it in a BuzzFeed article, so, you know.
Wow.
Good intel.
Accurate journalism.
Accurate intel on that.
So yeah, we'll tell you a bit more about that next week.
Although they had photographic evidence, so it probably is true. You know what I mean? There's not really anything to gain by saying, what would we like the public and say Biff from...
But loads of people do that all the time.
Yeah, I suppose they do.
They're always trying to tell me Biff.
I literally couldn't tell you right now. It's Oprah Fat.
It was a Biff.
It's Oprah Fat.
Biff's from fucking.
No, his older brother in Home Alone was Biff as well.
Was he not called
Butch?
He was called something different.
It was
wasn't
Biff. It was Biff. Getting the old cellular mobile phone out now. As Newt Gingrich called it, a pocket computer device.
That's a decent enough name for it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but he forgot that the name smartphone existed by that point.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying the reason for saying that, but if that was what it was called, I wouldn't bat an eyelid.
He's totally called Biff.
Is he called Biff? Yeah.
He's pretty fat then, to be fair.
That's
Oh no, he wasn't. He was called Buzz.
Buzz. Yeah. See, I knew it wasn't Biff. I knew there was something
Buzz.
fishy going on there. But anyway, guys, listen to us next week.
Do you want to see what it looks like now? 'Cause
Alright, sure. Why not have a look at what he looks like now?
it's not that fucking fat.
He's pretty big, but he's not like, it's not
He ain't 40
offensively
stone
big.
and shit. It's like fucking 18 stone.
So
I tell you what, his jacket's also way too big for him. Look at the size of that jacket.
That's a big jacket.
I'm
man.
holding the picture up to the
That doesn't
microphone.
help. That doesn't help.
Yeah, but they can get the vibe of the jacket size, surely. The jacket sizes transfer through audio files.
Okay, so next week we're going to read your story about Hotline Miami. Or we're going to each read our stories about Hotline Miami and Home Alone, for fuck's sake.
Bad skin.
Home Alone and Hotline Miami. Jesus Christ.
Home Alone Hotline Miami, yeah. It should be fun.
Yeah, and in the meantime, you can like us on Facebook and Twitter and subscribe on YouTube and all that.
Buh.
But if you do that, that's where you can suggest what you want to hear, because Home Alone, Hotline Miami, we'll literally do anything.
I'll only stay up on Twitter. I promise you guys I will never be anywhere near it, so you won't get any tweets from me, and you probably won't get any from Ali. There probably won't be any tweets. I think we only follow the Hello Kitty official page. Is that us?
Well, we'll say goodbye.
Alright, yeah. So come back next week, enjoy the show, like and share, and tell your friends. And yeah, bye.
See you next week.
Bye.